This is one of those pictures that you can only get in the morning because of the lighting conditions. And I don't know, there's something about this that I like, and then there's a few things that I don't. But it was a learning experience, so I'm posting it here. I actually took this about 2 minutes before a different picture that I posted a couple weeks ago called That Time of Year. And this picture is it's right near the Student Union on the OSU campus. And as I was biking to work, I biked past this scene, saw this red flower sticking up, and I thought, I'm going to get a picture of that. And I didn't like it as much as I thought I might. So I kept on going, and then I got another picture, which I liked a lot more, which I put on Weekly 50 a couple weeks ago. But the reason I think this is worth sharing is because of the background. You see that yellow light in the background. To me, that is really the key to the whole picture. Not the flower, but the other stuff in there. And without that yellow light in the background, it just wouldn't be as interesting. But you have this yellow ball of light, and then this long, thin strand of grass just slicing right through it. And that's almost more interesting to me than the big red flower in the middle. Partly because the big red flower in the middle is kind of this muddy mess, and there's another flower right behind it, and it's not that great of a subject because it's hard to even make out the subject or what it even is. But if you look at the rest of the picture, you see all these other elements, chief among them that yellow blur on the left with that slice going right through it. And I think that is what makes it a more interesting picture. If I could redo this, I would remove the flower behind, the red flower behind, remove the stalk of wheat or whatever this is in the foreground that's kind of intruding in the flower. I would remove those two elements and leave everything else. I think that would make a really interesting picture. But even with all that stuff there, I think it's still worth sharing because to me, it's a teaching picture. It teaches me how I like to compose a picture, which is with the subject and then with something else in there aside from my subject. In terms of the nitty-gritty, I shot this at f1.8 using my 50mm lens, 1/250th of a second to get a nice, sharp, clean image. And that stuff's neither here nor there. I think you could get a similar image with other settings. But to me, the whole composition is what makes it worth looking at, mostly from a teaching standpoint.